You tell me when we're ready. It's recording now? Also, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. I think
Okay, okay.
he will text you back. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a little bit to talk about what Arch Finance is. So I'll present myself first. Well, I'm known as many names. I have in Discord I'm known as Archduke, you see, or Pampasnator. But in Twitter that you'll find me over there. I'm called Rodrigo Gaona. I'm a dev from Chile, and I'm building Arch, which is a diversified investment protocol. So we are the passive investment platform of Web3. We want to become the main passive investment tool of Web3, and that's why we offer expert-led investment opportunities. We have a very simple to use platform, either on mobile or on desktop, and it can be very easy to start building your own diversified crypto portfolio in minutes just by connecting your wallet and start diversifying. This is very simple. You can just connect your wallet. We have a lot of different methods so that you can uh, connect to our platform. You can use either like stuff like Magic that associates a wallet with your email or your like social medias login, like Twitter or stuff. Or we have the typical crypto connections, which is like Wallet Connect, Coinbase Wallet, and the typical MetaMask. After that, you can just use whatever token you have in your wallet, either USDC or maybe Matic if you're in Polygon, or if you're in Ethereum. We are active on both of those networks with liquidity on both of them, and you can buy any of the products that we offer. So to talk a little bit more about what we're building and why are we building this is that the index products in crypto are not yet that very common. People just buy tokens that they find interesting without a specific methodology. But we know that in the traditional world of finance, ETFs, also known as indexes or maybe ETFs, are very attractive to different types of investors because they provide you a way to like just invest in the index and it will regulate itself, rebalance itself as the market goes by. And it's a passive investment product because you don't have to take much action. You just buy that product and just let it be, and the product will like act according to the market, go up in price, go down, and change its components. And also this way you're diversified, and it's way better to like minimize risk, and and it provides different opportunities to hedge like your positions and stuff like that. So to build a good product of investment, we have to first create a classification standard. So I don't know how many of you guys have heard of the S&P 500, which is the most typical ETF that people buy. To build that type of ETFs, you have to go through 3 steps. The first is the classification standard, then you need a benchmark index, and then finally you get the product that you can buy with your money. So that's why at Arch, we created the Arch token classification standard for all of the cryptos that are in the ecosystem. Not all of them. We have a sort of filter that not all of the like scam coins, like shit coins, like coins that have less than, I think, is 50 million market cap. We don't take those. We take only the big ones, and we classified all of those tokens using a specific methodology, which I can talk more about later. Um, and using that classification standard, we built a lot of indices that you can see on our platform. You can have the blockchain indexes, which is the major L1s, a stablecoin index to see all the stablecoins used in the Ethereum network, like USDT, USDC, BUSD, and stuff like that. And then there's like more indexes that we have built, but these are not tokens that you can buy. This is just indices that are able to track the market according to specific like I don't know, types of tokens that you have. Maybe you want the infrastructure sector, and you'll have like tokens like Chainlink, like the Graph and stuff like that. Maybe you want the like metaverse industry, and you have stuff like the Sandbox token, and I don't know. And using those indices are that's how we build the investable products. Right now we have four investable products. Three are indexes, and one is a portfolio. So these are the three big tokens that we offer on our platform, and they can be bought, minted, and redeemed in our platform in a decentralized way. All of these tokens that you buy, you can redeem them yourself. You can interact with the smart contract. All of this is completely decentralized. We hold no control over the assets that compose these tokens. If you buy, you mint your token, you have the collateral, you can have everything controlled by your wallet. So we want to put emphasis on that because um, we want people to know that they can be self-custodial and have the tokens, like, not trust anyone, because that's the ethos of crypto. And these are the top three tokens that we offer in our platform. So the first one is the Arch blockchains, which is the major tokens of the L1s or L2. So you can see that we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Polygon. We sometimes cannot add a lot of the tokens because there's not enough liquidity in the chains that we manage. So, for example, there's not enough Avalanche liquidity to be added to the token. So for now, that's how we manage the compositions. The Arch Ethereum Web3 is kind of, we sell it as the S&P 500, but of crypto, because it's the big projects that are built on top of Ethereum. And that's like the most known token that we have, and where most of the people are invested in. And then we have the ARI, which is the Arch USD Diversified Yield, which is a new product that we launched just recently, which is an exposure to yield using stablecoins. So this is more of on the safe side, like less risky type of tokens, just yield with USDC. And using those are how you can start building your own, like, diversified portfolios. So this is Dutch Ethereum Web3. Here we have some sort of specs based on the market. As you can see, well, it hasn't been, we're in a bear market. So of course, like year-long performances aren't very good, but well, all of the market is like that. So, but we have been able to tell that you can minimize risk by having these tokens in the downside of the markets. This is some fact sheets of the tokens. You can see all of this in our platform. So I don't want to, like, mess you up with so many data. So now, yeah, we're backed by great investors, Digital Currency Group, Upload, Techstars, and we went through the DeFi Alliance accelerator, which incubates Web3 projects. And yeah, that's what Arch is. Now I want to show you, this is my socials. If you want to, I don't know, ask me a question or keep in touch, and you want to add me on Twitter, that's my Twitter handle. If you want to discuss anything. Now I'll show you the platform itself working, and then we can go through the smart contracts, which I think it's what you'll find the most interested in. If you have any questions right now, you can just ask me. Oh, this is the, are you guys able to see this well? Hear me well?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Great.
Yes, sir. We hear you very well.
Nice. So this is the platform that we built. This is Arch Finance. Arch Finance. You can come here and start buying anything. As you can see, you can, like, get started and come here and connect your wallet to see whatever tokens you have. I already have my wallet connected, and here you can see all the assets that you have. Here you can see the products that we have. You have 3 different index tokens, which is the tokens that I will show you. The best of Web3, the backbone of crypto, which is the largest L1s, and the USD stablecoin yield, and you can buy, like, you can see the performance, like in 1 year, from 1 day, like you can see the location, which are the tokens. We can see Uniswap, Chainlink, Lido, the graph, the biggest protocols on Ethereum right now. Also, another
That
product that we have that's very interesting. Sorry, do you want to say something? Okay, so this is another product that we offer, which is a portfolio moderate risk. We want to offer now a more risky one and a less riskier one, which is a combination of the tokens, the index tokens that I just showed you, these ones. So different based on different like percentages, we can build different portfolios that are more risky or less riskier, because we know that uh, the L1 tokens, the big tokens, are less like risky than the like than the tokens of specific protocols. And we know that the stable coins are like the least riskier ones. So the more of these you have, the less risky, and the more of these you have, the more risky is your portfolio. And for now, we offer just one portfolio, which is the moderate portfolio. And this is the composition of the three of them. You can see the location, the percentages. As we can see, as it's moderate, it has a lot of the USD coin and the Arch blockchains. It has USD, not the other index we had, because we built this portfolio before having the yield token. And you can trade with any currency that you have right now, Matic, USD coin. You can deposit with USDC with Cash or Card. We have an on-ramp partner that allows us to do this. And as you can see, all of these tokens that you buy are held in your wallet. It's completely decentralized, so you can trust that nothing can happen. Only smart contract exploits can maybe provoke some sort of problem with the platform. So this is the platform, and yeah, you can check it out yourself. Also, another interesting thing that I don't know how many of you may be interested in, but uh, in terms of like financial stuff, is the intelligence side that we have, which is what I talked to you about before. All of the classification of the tokens in that exist in crypto in CoinGecko, and you can see all of the indexes that we have built. This is the tokens that we offer, and yeah, if you want to like see more of the financial side of the stuff, this may interest you. And if not, it's just like the products that you can buy in the platform. Okay, now any questions until now, or we can go into the smart contracts and show you how it's built. Yeah, we wanted to build a very smooth platform so people can like enjoy the use of it, to like use it frequently, to buy the token, sell the token, see their performances of their portfolio. You can see like the beginning balance, you can see everything, how it's working.
I wanted to ask you something, and is to help people that will see this in the future. Can you please explain to us what is an index? What factors are taken in consideration when creating an index, and if it's risky or less risky, or the percentages? There's any math to that? There's any formula to get to that? Let's start with what is an index, I guess.
Sure. Okay, so basically, an index is is a composition of different assets. The idea of an index is that you can diversify yourself instead of like, for example, let's say you're buying only Ethereum. Sometimes it can be good to only buy Ethereum because you know that it's not that volatile. But maybe if you only buy Ethereum, you don't get the upside of altcoins, because we know that altcoins sometimes give you more returns than Ethereum. So if you want to like manage that, but you don't know which token to buy, you don't have the time to do the research. The index is the product that you're looking for, because it provides you like a set of tokens that the market that according to a certain methodology have been chosen to like be the tokens that, I don't know, have the most liquidity, are the most trustable, have expected good returns, and different like parameters. And that's why you can compose an index, which is basically like a basket of different assets. That's the definition of an index.
And usually,
Your second question was?
let's
Mhm.
just usually, how big is the basket? Because let's say,
Oh yeah, good question. Good
go
question.
on.
It depends. It depends on what you aim to do with the basket. So, for example, as you can see here, this is the indexes that we offer. If you look at this one has just 4 tokens. You see? But if you go to the other products that we offer, which is this one, you can see that the locations has like tons of different tokens. It has diff 17, you see, and different percentages, like 2%, 3%, 4%. So it's because the type of token that you want to reach, it's what determines how much tokens you have. And also you can like say, okay, so I want the top 5 projects, for example. Then it'll be like 5. Maybe it depends on what you want to what's your aim with the with the index token.
That's really interesting, you know. And how do you know if there's any difference from Web3 indexes to Web2 to traditional stock indices, you know?
There's not that many like differences like in financial terms because they both follow the same rules. I mean, I think the difference is that the space of indexes in crypto is not that yet developed. It's not that many people buy indexes right now. It's not that big of a market. But in the traditional financial world, it's huge, and in crypto, it hasn't taken off yet. So that's why we're building this because we believe it's something that's necessary, and it also helps a lot of normies or people who want to get into crypto buy good products and diversified products because sometimes as someone who wants to, I don't know if you have a friend that you want to maybe telling him to like get into crypto, he has no clue what to buy, and he has maybe no time to like go to Twitter, get the alpha, see what token to buy, and like stuff like that. And that's why we offer this type of products because as it follows a specific like financial research, it's a like good product.
Really nice, man. Really interesting. For real, like really interesting. Keep going, keep going.
And I think you had two other questions, but I forgot which ones they were.
The other question I had is when building these indexes, you need to take in consideration, you know, risk factors for each one of the assets.
Yeah,
There's a mathematical rule to do that, or it's just like someone sits
yeah.
down with a lot of knowledge, you know, like fundamental analysis, you know?
Yeah. So we have the docs, the Arch docs, and here you can see all of the methodology that we use to build the tokens. And you can read this. Here I'm not an expert in this because well I want to like more technical side, not the financial side. So this is I don't know exactly any much of this, but the main factor that we have is the eligibility. So the main factors to say a token can be considered to be in an index is how much this token is traded, how much liquidity does it has, what's the market capitalization. For example, it has to have more than 50 million in market capitalization. It has to be traded. I don't know an example. I don't know how much that we have
Really interesting.
the cap
Really
here, but
nice.
it has to be traded a certain amount every day. There has to be a trade volume, and those are the main requirements for it to be considered to be part of an index because these markers tell you that it's a good token that people actually want.
Okay, okay, bro. Makes a lot of
And you
sense.
can read
Okay.
all of the research that we have here. It's completely open in our docs. And this is the ATCS, which is the classification standard, and you can see how we divided the tokens
Are
by
you
the
one
types.
of the founders or you are the.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm a core developer, but I was in charge of building most of the protocol with smart contracts and
I
for a
wanna
while.
see that. Let's go.
You want to see the code? Okay, let's go to the code. That's my domain. Okay. Yeah. And here we have well the contracts that you can see of the tokens. But let's go to the GitHub. So Arch Protocol Chambers. This is the what the repo is called. This is public because it was audited and people have to be able to look at the code to trust it and be able to like see it for themselves if there's no bugs or stuff like that. We were audited by uh, an audit firm called Nomoi. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're building what's called a tool for developing tests in Foundry called Vulkan. It's pretty interesting. I think they're on Twitter somewhere. Nomoi. No, yeah, but I can maybe send you the link of them if you want to check them out as to what they do. So yeah, this is the Chambers repository of how we build the smart contracts. I can maybe show you first of all. This is the smart contract architecture. It's maybe bare bones, has a lot of pips, but it's funnier that way. This is what we use to initialize how we wanted to build the smart contracts. So basically, the way it works is that we have a lot of wizards which are in charge of different operations in the tokens. The main core of this one is these two. The first one is the chamber. A chamber is just a token, an index token that holds in itself components. So as you can see, it's a chamber has instead components. We can see the code. I'll be going back and forward between this diagram and the code to tell you everything about it. So this is the chamber, the main component of the protocol. The chamber basically it's a smart contract that it's an ERC20 that's allowed to hold constituents, which is the different like product like part constituents of the token. Like for example, if I go back to Arch and I see like the Ethereum Web3, the constituents are all of these and in a like grouped in addresses and by how much, like as you can see this number here. Wait, I went back to this number here is the amount per token. Like in one unit of like the index token, you have this amount of unit. So we had to manage all of those quantities when people want to mint, people want to redeem and stuff like that. So yeah. So this is all the main storages that the contract has to have. It has to have the constituents, the constituent quantities. Then we have the wizards and the managers. The managers are all the allowed wallets that can perform actions on the chamber. The wizards allow you to, it's like mods or extensions, which allow you to do specific things on the chamber. Allowed contracts is what contracts you can perform actions with from the chamber. And yeah, this is the
Sorry,
construct. Yeah,
sorry, I got a question. A chamber, it's an index.
yeah, a chamber is an index.
Oh, perfect.
So this is the main part of the chamber. It has have wizards and you can add constituent, you can remove constituents.
Who
Then you can like
who has
perform-
the custody of the tokens?
It's in the smart contract. We don't have any custody on the
But is the chamber
like, assets of
contract or
yeah,
wizard?
the chamber contract holds all of the tokens.
Is this
If you- for
audited
example-
already?
Yeah, it's audited.
Awesome.
So if you go to let me check. I have to find the addresses. Maybe the addresses are here. For example, let me find the yeah, here. Volume. It's not here. I'll show you it afterwards. The like the contract address deployed in Polygon. I don't have it right now. I'll find it later. And then we have the chamber god. This is what the people interact with. Will interact with in our platform when maybe they can. For now, we don't have this feature allowed. We are the only ones allowed to create new chambers, but then we want to open it so that people can start building their own index tokens for whatever purpose they want. Maybe you just have a specific strategy that you follow every day and you want to maybe automatize it and have it in an index. So you start just minting that index and it buys all the tokens that you want for you. So that's why the chamber god was created. So it creates the specific chambers that people can buy. Simple as that.
Can I make a boring question for you? But maybe, and you don't have to have the answer because this could really be like something stupid. But what if one of the tokens inside the chamber is compromised?
Yeah. So yeah, we have that under control. We made a lot of tests on the audit based on vulnerable ERC20s, and for now we have found no problems removing them or adding them. Like, for example, if a person wanted to trade a token, and like I don't know, there's a call to I don't know dry the smart contract and remove all of the tokens. That's not possible because of some like restrictions that we put on the smart contract.
This is
But for
really
now,
is
the
really
premise is that
interesting.
no token like we want like the tokens that we built as the protocol, as Arch. We ensure that the tokens that we're adding to the smart contracts are not vulnerable. For that, we also have the requirement of like the 50 million trading volume, and the like market cap and stuff like that.
Eh,
But yeah, it can. We know that it can happen that maybe I don't know a user wants to mint their own chamber, and maybe they by mistake, who knows, added like vulnerable ERC20. Yeah, we have that case in mind, and we have like dealt with that problem in the code.
And how does one adds liquidity? I mean, when I buy the token, automatically the smart contract buy all the underlying assets, or how that process happens?
Yeah, great question, because that's where the wizards come. Normally, to create a chamber, you need to have all of the tokens in your wallet, but that's not efficient, and that's pretty like nobody wants to do that. So that's why we created these two wizards. This one allows you to just mint the token, having all of the components. And this one is the most interesting one, because this one allows you to just mint the chamber from, let's say, Ethereum, and it performs all of the swaps for you. Performs all of the trades needed to get the tokens that are part of the index token that you want to mint, part of the chamber, for example.
And does the swapping happen? So how you guys deal with the exchanges? How you guys select those?
Oh yeah, so we have to calculate all of that in a front end that we have. It performs all of the. It says like, for example, okay, let's say you want to mint the chamber from USDC, and there's like 5 tokens, and there's different like exchanges in which they have to buy. For now, we're using these exchange aggregators like 0x and Paraswap. Those give you the most efficient routes to buy all of the tokens we need for the chambers. For specific tokens that cannot be bought, like for example, vault tokens that you have to deposit the token in a smart contract to get like a receipt. Like for example, if a component is Aave USDC, we also need to like get the specific function call in the contract to perform that type of operation, and all of that has to be calculated from outside the smart contract. Like we created a front end for users to like mint the any token they want, and it will like fetch all of the codes needed, all of the like function calls needed to get all of the tokens needed for the chamber.
Really nice, man. Really nice. Do you guys plan to offer flash loans?
How so?
You guys plan to offer flash loans?
No, we don't use flash loans.
Because as you have all these tokens, could be maybe a viable business model for you guys to offer flash loans from the chambers. But
Ah,
you
that's a
understand?
great, yeah. Uh, yeah, I got your point. Yeah, no, never thought of that. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe we can. Wow, that's a yeah, yeah. We'll put like a little misanthropic their name in the
Like
documentation.
yeah, you can give like 0.2%, like Uniswap does, and just offer flash loans, and then you have one more way to make
Yeah,
money.
great question. Yeah, great. Nice, interesting. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I got a question, another question. The collateral token is minted on the fly, or there exists a liquidity pool, a kind of liquidity pool with all the allocations. How the collateral token works?
So it depends. It depends. For example, if you have a liquid token that's like I don't know, collateral is Ethereum, you can just buy Ethereum from a DEX or anywhere. Depends on the token that you want to mint from. So let's say the case is you want to mint a chamber that has only Ethereum and you have USDC. Then to mint it, you have to buy the USDC from a DEX, and then you put it as collateral and mint the chamber. Then for tokens that are like not liquid, that you cannot buy in the DEX, those require specific like actions. So for example, this token that we have right here, not this one, but this one has as allocation the Y vault of DAI, USDC, and USDT, the new yearn vaults of I think it's V3. So it's not the ones that were hacked, but yeah, to use these vaults, you just have to call the deposit method with the token. So the process is, for example, for this specific thing, if you want to buy with USDC, you have to first, you buy the DAI, and then you put it in the vault with the function call. You put deposit, and then you get the collateral, and then you put it on the chamber. Then you do the same thing with USDC. But if you have already USDC, you just put it in the vault. And you don't have USDT, you have to buy it from a DEX, and then you put it in the vault. And then you get all three collaterals, and then you can mint the chamber, and then you get the unit of the chamber in your wallet.
Oh,
That's the
okay,
process.
okay, get it,
Yeah.
get it.
Nice.
One more question regarding the auditing process. Were you there at that point, and was it complicated? A lot of findings? Any surprises that you had?
Oh, what was the first question? If I was part
Regarding
of the
the,
auditing process?
I mean, if you were one of the core developers during the auditing process, and if you had any surprises with the findings, any things that any important
Yeah,
feedback.
it was very interesting. They found, I think, 4 Hive vulnerabilities. We fixed all of them. There were specific cases that like didn't apply to the products we were building. It was very interesting, like the different methods they used to find vulnerabilities, which were stuff that we didn't thought of. But yeah, it was a very interesting process. That's why I got very interested in starting myself the path of becoming auditor myself.
Nice, man. I love it. I love the product. I love the smart contracts. I don't know if anybody has any questions, but for me, it's pretty good. What do you guys think?
I like it. I think the
Yeah,
project's great.
yes, it's a really good project.
Bro, thank you
I mean,
so
there is
much.
not index project inside the
Yeah,
ecosystem, so
yeah.
good.
And
Yeah,
also,
so
we're gonna be
if
able
you know,
to trade the index tokens, right? I can go on Uniswap and just trade that if I want.
we for now we like in our front end you can buy it from here. You can trade it like from Matic to buy, I don't know, this one. And because we have liquidity pools on Uniswap, and you can just buy it from here. But it's also on Uniswap. You can just find it. I don't think we have the links. Let me check. So details. So we have the address of the tokens in respective networks, but I don't think we have the links to the Uniswap pools. Maybe we can add them afterwards. But yeah, all of the liquidity of these tokens are in Uniswap V3 pools.
How does the price rebasing happens? Like, what if a token gets hacked and goes like 90% down? Some pool got hacked, not necessarily the token. So somebody was selling a lot of tokens. How does the pricing rebase happens?
So the pricing is mainly based on the collateral. So the price it just follows the price of the allocations of the tokens. So for example, uh, yeah, yeah, we track the prices that way. That's exactly an interesting problem that we have, is that there's disparity all of the time between the liquidity pools and the minting. Because for example, if the token, I don't know, let's say this one. So this one right now is 184. But for example, if the token inside goes up in price, then it reaches $2. If nobody bought that token in the pool, it will stay at 184 in the pool because nobody bought it. So it's at the tick in the liquidity. So there's that price disparity that people can like get advantage of to like do some MEV, some arbitrage. That's an interesting problem that we face. Oh no, just like if you're interested, come buy the tokens. We offer. It's very nice to be have some sort of index in your portfolio. It's good financially. So no, nothing. I invite you to come use the platform and maybe show it to your friends that are scared to invest in crypto and they don't know what to buy. They can come here and start getting themselves in wet in what's called crypto world.
So thank you so much and see you later, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Bye
Thank you
bye,
all of you
guys.
for having me.